Elon Musk's Twitter poll. The results are in at this point. That poll asking if he should step down from the head of Twitter. It's ended with the results showing more than 17 million votes. 57.5% say yes, he should step down. 42.5% say no, he should stay. He has said that he will abide by the results of this poll, so we'll see.
There's not much confidence there. We'll see. Elon Musk posted a Twitter poll over the weekend, as you can see there, as they were pointing out on CNBC, asking if he should step down as the head of Twitter. Odd how that works, because he apparently lost that poll. And potentially some people are wondering, is this a way for him to maybe skirt out and say, I'm listening to the will of the people? First of all, let's see if he listens to the will of the people, because as you saw, he came out on the short end of that poll. Or maybe, as speculation also goes, the better end of that poll, because maybe he doesn't want to be there anymore and embarrassing himself on a worldwide scale. So that was the poll. But then after this whole thing, we did notice also there's other movements and things that Musk is up to. He also ended up at the World Cup, and that's very specific. There's a picture of that. That's very important, because he told everyone that he's there. It's really weird, because one of the things that's been going on lately with Twitter is how he's been banning accounts, specifically a few journalists, independent journalists, and also some that are considered more, I guess, mainstream to the left a bit. Critical of him is the main thing for outing him, except he kind of did that when he said where he is. Here's another tweet that someone pointed that out, because Elon Musk tweeted, "Great goal by Argentina, I'm here at the World Cup." And this one particular user said, not Elon doxing the World Cup player's exact location in real time. It's the arbitrary nature of the way he's approached Twitter. If someone says anything about where someone is or what they're up to, then it's doxing. Absolutely and immediately. So of course it doesn't apply to him, but there's other aspects of what it is that's got him singing the Twitter blues and maybe even leaving. Here's more, because he instituted this policy about promoting your social media links on Twitter and not doing it, that will destroy his platform. Let's get some details about that part. I'm not really sure where he thinks this is gonna go. Specifically, as far as this new policy with social media links. The Twitter support account stated that we will remove accounts created solely for the purpose of promoting other social media platforms and content that contains links or usernames for the following platforms. He listed Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, Truth Social, Tribal, Nostr, I'm not sure about that one, and Post. So I could be pronouncing Nostr wrong, that one I haven't heard of. In a tweet justifying this new policy though, Musk argued that he could no longer allow relentless free advertising of competitors on his social media platform, while then adding that, quote, no traditional publisher allows this, and neither will Twitter. Keep in mind the no traditional publisher part, because I don't think he thought this far. As former federal prosecutor Renato Maratti noted in a reply to Musk on this, Twitter and other social media platforms are not traditional publishers. As such, publishers have civil and criminal legal liability for the things that they publish. So in other words, if Twitter decides to classify itself as a traditional publisher, it would be legally liable for every tweet that is posted on that website. All of the hate, all of the violence, all of the threats, all of the misinformation, all of the slander, anything that people want to post, because there's tons of it, it then belongs to Elon Musk and is under his responsibility. That's this whole difference when it comes to social media, and why many politicians are fighting to try and hold some of these social media platforms accountable, because they don't want them to allow things that they maybe disagree with to be put out there. But Jess, there's a lot going on here. First, did you vote in the Twitter poll? And did you vote? No.
I would very much not like for Elon Musk to be running Twitter. Yes, I voted for Elon to step down, but that's the weird thing about Elon in this situation, is he wants to seem like, oh yes, I'm the benevolent leader of the public square and I'm giving everyone the reasonable, ability to vote in this. We have a democracy here. But just selectively asking the people which things they want to have a say in, or not even that, but just giving people select things that you want them to have a say in. That's not a real democracy. And honestly, it sounds a lot like how the United States runs, but we'll leave that larger point just in the air there to revisit the fact that Elon Musk definitely did this on purpose because he knew he would lose and he wants an easy way out. I think, sometimes the most obvious response to a question is the right answer, the one that considers the least variables, right? Occam's razor. I think he wants an easy way out. I think he didn't realize what he was getting himself into. And he's really just like not able to run Twitter in the way he thought he would. He's not a programmer. He's not a computer engineer. He doesn't understand the website.
What did you think what did you think his vision was? I've been trying to figure this out. And the fact that you mentioned that it's not what he expected it to be made me remember, why did he do it then? Like, of course, it's a guessing game. Who knows what's in this guy's brain? But what did he expect to see? Or was it the expectation of, I'm gonna do this, everyone's gonna hate me, I'm gonna show them what it's like, those libs, to get unnecessarily banned or whatever he was trying to prove? What was the vision, do you think?
I don't have high hopes for Elon Musk's imagination. I think it was something like out of Star Trek where he comes in and he's like the commander and everyone's like, oh, our hero Elon's here. And I think he pictured like Twitter HQ to be a bunch of blue lights and like flashing computers and everyone's typing away. And I think he realized that it's not at all what Silicon Valley's like. I really think his imagination was really grand. And when he got there and realized that it's just a bunch of guys trying to make this thing work, that it's not a great website, not a great thing to be a part of. It's actually hard work running a social media platform. It's not a lot of glory. It's not like, hey, this billionaire is now going to save us all and allow us to have free speech, which really just translated to saying the N-word and other hateful things online. So thank you so much for that, Elon. You're our hero.
This might be one of the things that also was an auxiliary or a tangential part of the midterm failures of many conservatives, because they're probably thinking, no, this is the ushering in of the takeover of the red wave and Donald Trump's gonna come in triumphant. Everyone was making their bets off this. And once that game is lost, speaking in the betting terms, then suddenly your money is gone too. So he invested, hopefully, I think, in his mind, into thinking this was gonna be a steamroller. And he's now the communications expert as the red wave continues, because we saw him specifically saying vote Republican, all that stuff. He had shown which side of the political aisle he's been pushing for, and it hasn't worked out for him, and the popularity isn't there. But also, I'm not sure if he's followed these other Twitter polls. I think the one about Donald Trump reinstated, people said yes, he did it. So I don't remember his track record on all these, but if he's been batting 1,000, I guess he has to follow the rules here too. But the next question then is, who takes over for him? It's like a public company now, some kind of actual social media expert then runs it.
What a nightmare. I don't think he has any friends that would do, a much better job than him. Misery loves company. His buddies are not that much better than he is. Unfortunately, I do think it's possible that he decided to purchase Twitter in order to just tank it. Let me buy this public forum where people have a lot of say and ability to organize and collaborate. And there's a lot of progressivism on Twitter. And that's a threat to the kind of power structure I want in the United States, where people like me are allowed to accumulate endless money and capital off of one, playing the stock market the way he has, but also two, exploiting people's labor and people having a platform to organize against him and share sentiments that go against that kind of order. That kind of threatens him, and that would be something he would want to take down. So his whole plan all along could have just been to sink the ship.
And we always say follow the money. Maybe in this particular instance, following the money was a roundabout way to help tank something that was potentially gonna give too much information or pushback on the grand scheme, which is billionaires and multi-millionaires still having a certain level of control over our communication and what people see and understand in our world.